Hello, and thank you for joining me today for a short tutorial video using Memento inks for watercoloring. Here you can see I've watercolored this stamped flower to create this accent topper for this little gift box. To begin creating this flower, I've started by stamping Penny Black's Sunburst on watercolor paper with Onyx Black VersaFine ink and heat embossing it with clear powder. I like to do this little technique with the embossing before I start watercoloring, as it gives me a kind of a fence to hold in the color, and it also helps blend and move those colors within the image. After that's been stamped and heat embossed on watercolor paper, I've applied a selection of Memento inks here to an acrylic block. I have Morocco, Love Letter, Elderberry, and Peanut Brittle. And to set these color palette up, I simply took my ink pad, inverted it, and pressed on the acrylic block to create a puddle of color. To begin coloring the image, I'm using a brush pen and slightly dampening the bristles, and I'm going to apply a light wash of just water on the petals. And what I want to do is kind of condition the watercolor paper so that when I put down the color, it will blend and flow a little easier. To begin, I'm going to start with my lightest color, the Morocco, pick that up with my brush tip, and starting from the center of the flower, pull that out toward the ends of the petals. You can see I'm stopping short of going all the way to the end. I want to give myself a little extra room for blending and also adding a lighter color. Now I'm going to clean my brush with just some plain water, dab it on a paper towel, and then I'm going to move up to my next darker color, Love Letter, load up my brush, and this time I'm going to apply the ink color halfway down through the orange section. You can see I'm stopping short there. What I want to do is eventually build up transitions between the colors and have room for additional blending. Now I'm going to work on the tips. Once again, I'm cleaning off my brush and I'm coming up here to Peanut Brittle. And when I apply the Peanut Brittle, I'm going to work from the tip in. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to really concentrate that lighter color at the tip and pull into the orange and blend back this way. If I pull everything toward the tip of the flower, everything will become very muted in one color. So when I put on the Peanut Brittle, I'm going to work from the tip in, blending this little transition area here where the orange ended on the previous application. Now I want to add in a fourth color to really make that dark red pop, and I'm using Elderberry, and because this is such a dark purple, I'm going to temper it with a little bit of the Love Letter so that when I float this in, the transition, even though it looks a little bold and dark there, because of having that little bit of Love Letter in there, it'll be easier to blend into the area that's already been applied with the red. So you can see that's a pretty dramatic color change there, but we're going to add in and blend the inks. So going back to Love Letter, I'm just going to work in this little transition area, back and forth, pick up some more, and once again in the transition area, work it back and forth. Short little strokes just so that you're working the area but not blending the color totally throughout the petal. I'm going to come back to the orange, do the same thing in through here. And you can see you're starting to get that nice transition glow but still maintaining colored segments. And then I'm going to go to the peanut brittle once more and blend that in. So I would continue using this method, working around all the petals of the flowers. Here on the finished design, you can see I've created two flowers, one that's been colored in reds and oranges, and then the underneath one has been done in tones of green to create kind of a foliage effect. To finish the design, it was coated and glazed with Goosebumps clear texture spray that was applied with a brush stick. For additional details regarding this project, please visit my blog. Thank you.